Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Miller Stumps and Firewood.
I don't know if anybody can hear us or not.
I don't know either.
Yep. There we go. Thursday night. We're on.
Yep.
We are on. What happened?
Well, hello, Timon.
There is Timon.
How are you? How's your team doing? Have they started yet?
I think tonight's opening night, isn't it? Timon, I'm sure, knows that. Cowboys and Eagles, I think.
Not sure.
Let's see if anybody jumps on here.
Yeah. We've been kind of busy. 3 Green Acres. Hey, Carl and Cindy, thanks for joining us. We've been busy working in both wood yards, sometimes on the same afternoon or evening.
Yeah,
Eagles and Cowboys.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Timon. I thought I heard that today. I'm not a great big football fan, but until it gets really cold out and Sunday afternoons you can't do nothing, and it's a good time to watch some football. But
sometimes you don't see the end of the game.
Yeah, she's good napping. Good nap. She puts me to sleep.
Carl and Cindy, how's the weather up there? We finally got some cooler weather.
There's Colleen. Hi, Colleen.
Hi, Colleen.
I bet it's nice and cool at her place.
I bet so. Hi, Julia and Donna. 5 Feline Farm joining us.
Yep. Yeah, the football games put me to sleep, Timon. That's for sure. That's for sure. Nate. But got to looking just a little bit before we come on here, and we are less than a month away now from Bunyan. Yep. 63 degrees. Oh, windy.
Ooh.
It's a little windy. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We haven't had rain since.
Had a little shower last night.
Well, I don't even. It didn't even wash the dust off the car.
No, I had to turn my wipers on one time. Yeah, nasty day. Yeah, we don't have any rain in sight. There's like none.
Yeah.
The crops could still use some, but it's not going to be long. They're going to be shelling corn here. It looks like to me. What's not damaged from the heat, and then some of the flooding we had.
Late June, we had that big heavy rain wherever things flooded.
But yeah, we're working on red oak, and we got a bunch more of that to go, plus another whole job just down the road from us.
2 white oaks there.
They're white oaks there, yeah, and they're huge, just as much. If anybody's been watching the videos on that red oak, this white oak is just as big, and I got to wait for cooler weather. I got a couple of stump jobs to bid, a couple coming up. And this has been a crazy, unbelievably busy, different year. I mean, we had all that stinking rain early. Had a bad storm March the 19th. That's when everybody got the hail damage and stuff. And I got a buddy that's a roofer, and I don't know how many roofing jobs. He's a local guy. He's one of many here that come in. Well, a lot of them come in. And I think he told me last night he's down to, as far as storm stuff, 100 more roofs to do.
Carl, they're in Michigan. They're around 65 degrees during the day. That is perfect.
Yeah, that's coming here. It won't be long. It's coming.
But I think this weekend we're only supposed to be in the mid 70s, which that's not bad. It's not bad at all.
And figuring that the firewood probably, we did a little bit. We didn't do as much as I thought we would over the Labor Day.
Yeah.
But there's at our lake here, which we have a stand at, big campground. They've got a speedboat races of some sort this weekend. And I went out there at noon on my noon hour, and they were already coming in. And you're not talking these little speedboats. There's a couple of them that look like NASCAR semis coming in. So I don't know what to expect. And they're talking, the campground's full, 70 to 100 boats coming in and staying here in town. And man, it's great for the economy, but that's going to be all this weekend, and they're already coming in. So
we're hoping to sell some.
Yeah, warming up there a little bit. Yeah, I think there's no rain in sight, none.
No, not even a chance.
I think it's supposedly really going to be in the 70s for the most part, but not
for a week.
Not a drop of rain. Not a drop. But yeah, like I said, a little less, 29 days to Bunyan, and that puts me in the fall mood right there. After that, I'm good to go, and then look out winter. But hoping that if it keeps up the way it is, that we have decent weather and have a decent fall and a typical fall. I haven't seen a typical fall either for a long time, but that's where we're at. We'll be headed to Bunyan the 3rd.
No, that's opening day. We'll be there on the 2nd. That's Thursday.
Okay. Yeah. We'll have Bunyan videos, Colleen. That's for sure. We'll definitely. And I don't know. I think about everybody's coming. I don't think WD's going to be there. He's the only one for sure. I think that's because of his job.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He didn't want to leave it. He doesn't have his time yet. WD, I don't think is going to be there. And I don't know if I haven't heard of anybody else. I think about everybody, the whole crew is going to be there.
Yeah.
As far as I know. And yeah, we're leaving early Thursday morning, be there Thursday afternoon. And it was typically our live. We do our live on the first Thursday of the month. And that Thursday would be the first Thursday of the month. But I haven't really decided if we want to do one there and at the show in the motel or not. We might just wait till the next Thursday night and talk about what we all seen and everything. So that's kind of our plan. Yeah, coming in, Carl. You guys camping too, Carl? I guess probably again down the way from the Fairfield. Drinking heavy tonight. Yeah, we'll be at the Fairfield. We got lucky to get our reservations. I think they told us, behind the Fairfield again. Okay. They told us you couldn't, what was that? You couldn't make reservations until like January 11th or something. And Sherry got online. I think, we called them. Yeah. And you called them and said,
to see if we could.
And we booked it like in December.
Yeah.
So it was kind of odd.
December.
And then we checked again the other day. There was a couple of openings or maybe cancellations. And it's like, they kind of upped the price quite a bit, really.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we got too bad a
motels
price.
On the weekend.
Well, if they don't know anything's going on, they're crazy because, we talk about a bunch of woodhounds filling a motel. It can be done. But yeah, that's what we're doing. We're looking forward to it, and puts me, which I need to be in the, that's a good idea, Carl. That might be something everybody gets there kind of, halfway decent hour. We can maybe plan something and find something somewhere. There's a steakhouse there. Cracker Barrel's fairly close.
Yeah. Cracker Barrel's good too.
There's that Theo's downtown.
Yeah.
That's a good place to eat. It's fairly reasonable.
Yeah.
I'd like to do that. Get at least a few together.
I think we should be there around 3 or 3:30 at the latest.
Yeah, like I said,
do you guys know what time you're coming in, Carl?
We I don't know if you call it losing an hour or gaining an hour, because we're Central Time and that's Eastern Time. So
going that way, we lose an hour.
Well, I guess so. Yeah. But yeah, we'll be there. And I think you got Cindy's number, don't you? I think so.
No.
I thought you did.
No, I don't think so. I might have. Well, I can't look right now.
I thought you had her number. But anyway, we'll look you up, Carl. We'll find you or something.
We'll look right quick.
I thought she gave it to you at Hoosier.
She might have it.
Yeah, that's where we're at. We're working the Red Oak. It's coming on deer season. We got hopefully around that. Yeah, okay. Lake Ontario.
Oh, I do have Cindy's number.
Yeah, I thought you did.
All right.
Lake Ontario.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
Brandon. Hi, any luck? What did tell Brandon what happened with that?
Well,
deal?
I was doing a little research, and the way I had everything set, I did allow people to make shorts and stuff, but I've since changed that. I looked on that guy's video, and he said send him an email and he would take it down. Right. I did send an email. I have not had time today to go and watch it again to see if he took it down.
Yeah, but we had a setting not right. So.
Yeah. So Brandon, thank you for the heads up. And now that setting is changed.
Right.
So nobody will be borrowing our stuff.
Right. So we appreciate the heads up though. That was awesome. Yeah. Because we would have never have known it.
No, we wouldn't have.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, we're doing real good. It's hot. Well, not hot. It's not too bad. It's really dry. We need a rain bad. No rain in sight, but cooler weather. So, and there's Broken Old Swede.
Hey, thanks for tuning in.
And we're going to work that white oak up, and it is massive, huge. It's a lot of work, but in the end, it'll be worth it. I mean, it's not taking too many big 38-inch rounds to make a crate of firewood. I can tell you that. But I got to have that cooler weather, but it's going to be worthwhile. I mean, it's free. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
I am.
Is it worth a lot of trouble?
Yeah, I've ruined really only thing I've ruined a couple of chains because of
hitting metal.
But that's just the way it goes.
That one we might be able to straighten out, but it was a new chain.
Of course it's a new chain. I got some resharp chains that are about done. I might just throw a couple of them on there and see if I can get that cut down. And over here, that loader we got is getting a workout. I don't get to run it anymore.
It's my toy.
And I'm going to get a sign for it that says it's Sherry's loader, but Ted's got to pay for it. I don't know. That doesn't make sense.
We're both paying for it.
But that it's working out good. That we were kind of skeptical on that thing, but it's going to, I think, be fine.
Yeah.
With what we want to lift. Our main thing was, crates. I got a guy that comes on a gooseneck and gets 8 or 10 every year. And my old Mahindra, getting it up, 3.5, 4 foot, it was all it wanted. So I said, man, we got to do something. I'm going to tear up my tractor. And my Mahindra doesn't have but about 300 hours on it. I didn't want to mess it up. So we decided to take the plunge. It was either spend the money on that, or we've been thinking about a new 32-foot conveyor. Wolf Ridge would be my pick on it. But now with Wolf Ridge, kind of experimenting we like belt conveyors. So Wolf Ridge is kind of experimenting with the belt, and I think it'll go okay for them. Talk to Bob at Bunyan and see what their plans are. And that may be when I get the loader paid off, we might look at a new conveyor. There's nothing wrong with our old one, but kind of hard to get parts for. Or it was back when I needed parts, and kind of got to run around a little bit. I don't want to bash anybody, but it's a name brand. We've had it for several years now, and it really hasn't needed anything. I can tell you one thing I will say good about it. The belt on it is bulletproof, because that thing, it was never been shedded. It's always been in the sun, the wind,
snow,
you name it. It takes a beating, and there's nothing wrong with the belt. I had some bearing issues, and I think part of that was my fault a little bit, of over tightening possibly. And I'm not doing that now with the new stuff on it, and it makes somebody a wonderful machine. And it's 32 foot. I mean, that sticks it out there quite a ways.
We figured out with the new loader how to pick up and move the conveyor.
Yeah, we can move it.
Because the axles, like on the Wolf Ridge, you can turn the wheels and then just push it. This one here, you can't. You have to pick it up.
You got to pick it up. It doesn't have the rotating axle on it or wheels,
whatever it is.
The good thing about it is if we ever do go with that Wolf Ridge, if they get a big one like that, and I think they will eventually, we got a dealer at Norm at Widman Cycles.
About an hour
away, a little over an hour, just across the river from us. We're an hour from St. Louis, a little over an hour. And he said, "Oh, I'll deliver it." Okay, cool. But yeah, that's down the road. We got a loader to pay for, and I saw Jason Yadkin Valley's
1165.
He got it today, and yeah, that's definitely going to be on our list at Bunyan to look at. Talk to them for the price. Vertical splitter, you can't beat it, and we'd be doing the same thing Jason's doing. It's just going to be a resplit machine, for a bagwood and stuff, and kindling, that type of thing. Maybe some mini firewood. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. We're going to talk to Split Fire, and maybe they'll let us run one, hopefully, and check it out, see what the lead time is. Probably wait till after the first of the year. That way I can save some money and get one.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Did you say hi to Jack?
I did. Yeah, I saw Jack up there earlier. Yeah.
I have a question for the woodhounds out there. Those that bag wood or bundle wood, what is your preference on species? Because we've had a little bit of everything, and one of the crates I got into had some hackberry in it, and it had honey locust in it, which I found it didn't dry near as well, so I pulled it out, and hickory in it. And I tell you what, I did not enjoy bagging with that stringy stuff.
We're going with ash, which we've got a bunch of. Maple and little cherry is our main bagwood. One thing I am coming home with at Bunyan, I'm going, hey, there's Jason right there.
Hi, Jason.
One thing I am going to come home with at Bunyan is a Wolf Ridge Express, the wrapper. I don't know if we'll wrap any. There's Jenin.
Hi, Jenin.
That's talking about you today. With a buddy of mine, because I know Jason got his 1165 today, and I was telling my buddy today about Jenin and putting that big round up there and turning that darn thing over. But it's definitely on the radar to look at, is that 1165.
Now Mike uses
both bags and bundles.
He has maple, birch, oak, ash, and he tends to keep the cherry for himself.
If we had a market for cherry, I would definitely keep the cherry for. But I don't have anybody really I don't have any restaurants. Nobody, there's some guys that smoke, but it seems around here they want white oak, and that's fine with me. I don't care. I mean, we got plenty of all the hardwood stuff, but yeah, cherry gold. It's not that big, We have some. We get some once in a while. But yeah, mainly white oak is what people want. And hickories, which we got 10 hickories that every freaking white oak. My Lord.
Mike, when on the oak, do you just use any species of oak, or do you have a certain one?
Yeah. Like I said, we've got tons and tons of oak and hickory.
Yeah, Jason leaves all of his cherry.
Yeah, I wish I had a market. I just do not have the market for it.
Yeah, we don't.
I just don't. More red than white. Yeah, it's probably true around here too. And Jen, and I'm think he's pretty much over there, east of us is
probably got the same kind of
same kind of stuff too. But yeah, we're gonna look at that 1165 and try it out. I'm sure they'll let us split with it. I noticed that Jason got the Honda engine. I'll probably just go ahead and get the Honda if I get one. I want to see what it doesn't matter what the lead times are. It doesn't really matter. If I can get one ordered around the first of the year, It doesn't matter to me, really. I've got along how many years without one? A few months ain't gonna kill me.
I have figured out, like with that ash that we've been splitting.
Ashes, that's beautiful.
I've figured out on the Wolf Ridge how to make them nice and
as
long as it's not knotty. Those knotty
the
ones
35,
are not so
it's good. We got them 15, 18-inch rounds, and using the 4-way, and then she'll raise that wedge up and make some darn nice looking splits off that. And it's really working out for us. I mean, we've just took a couple of nights here, and we were getting low. It's like almost scary low. But I think
for as early as it is in the year,
it's going to be fine. Huh.
Now that is weird, Brandon.
There's Chuck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hi, Chuck. How are you? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Bunyan. I come home with a couple of things. Not to, mess ditch or whatever saw suppliers, because they're awesome. They really are. But there's a local, I know everybody's been to Bunyan, seen them, local saw shop there. They got pretty darn good deals on chains. And I always pick a few up, and I need some. I got from Sherry's dad's old shop. I found the other day, I got a ton of brand spanking new 24-inch chains, but I can't find any 20s. So I'm going to have to bring some 20s home from Bunyan, and hopefully they got a good deal on them. So,
Mike, you're going to have to get that out and use it.
Heck yeah. Brand of gloves or type that works best. You know what, Carl? We got a Menards 30 miles away, and I can't remember the name of those BW, RW.
Do you have any in there?
Yeah, I do. Hang on. Let me see if I can find them.
He'll go find some. I get whatever's on sale. I have found that I like I guess they're kind of a gardening glove for me. I have real small hands. So I use those with the rubber on the inside, and it helps me grip the wood better. I have trouble finding leather gloves that fit my hands, and even those don't last very long when working in wood. So, yeah, here he does.
They're RW, Carl. This is what I run right here. These aren't as good as I use these at work, but they also have a leather pair, and
that's the label on
these
them.
Are more of your, I guess.
See it? Yeah. Or maybe that's a little.
These are more mechanics type gloves.
They got a
but
leather.
They do have a leather pair, and they are actually holding up pretty good. And I think if I remember right, they're fairly cheap. $10 a pair, maybe something like that. And they've been working real good for me, the leather ones. But it's just Menards is where I get them.
Yeah, Jason, you guys did. I've watched everybody's videos that I've seen come out on that. That looked like a really great event for a great cause.
Oh, you guys, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And thankfully, y'all had good weather.
Yeah, I've had some Forester stuff, and it didn't hold up. But like I said, these are Menards. I think they come in a 3-pack. They're like $12, maybe something like that. But they do have a leather set, and I'm really they're holding up really good.
Brandon, you're right. The rubber ones, or the inside rubber ones, they have some grip and stuff, but I really wore this pair, and yeah, the rubber's coming off every once in a while. I have a splinter go through, but I give like $2 for them. So
I've heard that Milwaukee makes some decent gloves, but I haven't ever tried them. The Menards is the way
Mike
to go.
says don't waste your money on the Forester gloves. A brand new pair lasted me 3 days of splitting, and paid $30 for them at the local steel dealer. Woo!
Yeah, we get some Forester stuff from
3 Green Acres says RK. Is that no? It's RW.
RW. They're RW. RW. And they're, like I said, I don't know if you got a Menards up there close to you, Carl. That's where I get them. Menards. It's the only place I've found that brand, anyways. The leather ones are real good though. They're so far they're holding up really good. I went to a show. Gosh, I went to the GIE Expo several years ago, and I asked a guy there, glove man or clothing guy or whatever, and I said, "You have a pair of gloves that last more than 5 minutes splitting wood?" "Oh, you need these." Well, they lasted about 7 minutes. So,
oh, Carl's got a Menards about 10 miles
yeah,
away.
That's
lucky.
Perfect. Yeah, there you go. That's where I get them, Carl. I seen a thing up here. Yeah.
Brandon said you could always unload a bunch of hay barehanded and then toughen your hands.
Yeah, that's true. God, I ain't bucked a hay bale in years.
I don't want to.
I've done it when I was 15 years old. That's how I made money, $4 an hour.
Yeah.
And work all stinking day. Harbor Freight rubber cloth. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I said these are decent, these like mechanics gloves, but the leather ones are really holding up good.
Yeah, Mike, I'm the same way. The women's, I usually try and catch them on clearance sale, and I'll buy me 3 or 4 pair.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. If anybody could invent a glove that lasted more than a few days and would, they'd have a fortune. At least it wouldn't have money anyways. But yeah, it's just one of them things. You burn through them and see what works best. And the Menards ones are working good for me anyway.
Leather ones definitely make your hands hotter. They do me.
Yeah. 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 Clearance. Okay. The dented aisle at Walmart or whatever. That's about all we got is Walmart. So Walmart and Rural King.
Yeah.
Our Rural King's not the greatest.
No, we usually go out of town to another one to get what we need.
Buckeyes.
Yeah, we got a Buckeyes too over at Greenville.
Yeah. Tractor Supply is a ways away. I'm trying to get in our town here. I'm working on our gal that does that stuff to get us a Harbor Freight. I don't know if she's going to get it done or not. We're sure hoping she does.
Oh, excuse me.
Because there's not one. There's an hour better for us to get a Harbor Freight stuff.
Hey, Chris, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you.
Yeah, we're trying to get a Harbor Freight. I don't know if it's going to work or not. We just today at work we just got the water line to our new Domino's pizza. So we're growing a little bit. Oh, oh man, lucky dog. Lucky.
That's quite the selection we got there.
And a Lowe's.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got an hour to the nearest Harbor Freight. Roughly. DG put him up everywhere.
Yeah, you're right, Jason. There's one on every corner.
Yeah, I think every town other than it's the incorporated town in our county. Everyone now has a Dollar General. Every one of them. Yep. Every incorporated town has a Dollar General in our county.
Yep, they do.
So, which is needed. I mean, these little towns, actually, Dollar General is a godsend, really. They really are.
Yeah, Broken Old Swede. That's what my dad did. He had brown jerseys. That's all he ever wore.
I bought some the other day. They were on special at Rural King, just to have and one-time use even, and throw them away. It's about worth it. Tractor Supply. Yeah, Carlisle's got. That's the closest one that I know of. Mm-hmm. All over. Yeah. Like I said, we got. Let's see, 5 incorporated towns.
Let's see.
In our county, and every one of them's got a Dollar General.
St. Elmo.
St. Peter doesn't, but they got one
Okay.
close at Farina.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am going to get to Vermont. I want to visit that state.
I would like to go out east in the fall and see the fall colors and the mountains and everything.
And Jeff, he wants us to come out. Russ.
Yeah.
Come to Maine. I'm going to. That's just all there is to it. We're going east at some point. And we just are. I'm going east. That's all there is to it. So many wood yards out there we could hit.
Yeah.
But before we go east, we're going
Well,
southeast next April, hoping to meet up with Jason and maybe Britt.
And isn't Dell
Dell, maybe, possibly we can make it to Dell's. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I am definitely.
Yes.
Jeff wants. Jeff, I talked to Jeff at Bunyan last year. I said, "Man, I'd love to come and see you up there." And he's like, "Come on, bring it on. Well, I'm ready." So
I've seen pictures, but yeah, there's nothing like seeing it in person. That's for sure.
Finger Lakes wine region.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we might just have to stay out there for a while to get everything. I want to go meet up with Tom. He's in Delaware, I think. I think he's in Delaware. Yeah, we're gonna be up that way next spring too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be up in
May.
Well, no, we're gonna be in Wisconsin.
Yeah, it'll be in Wisconsin.
What though? We might end up. You never know if Dinah has their deal again.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to go to their new factory up there. See Dinah again. When we got our Dinah, the old factory was out in the middle of nowhere. Everett, Michigan.
Yeah, little bitty town.
Little bitty town. What got me, we're not used to, I think it was a Dollar General. We went by and I was like, check that out. There's snowmobile parking. That's pretty neat. I've never seen nothing like that before.
Yeah.
Snowmobile parking at the Dollar General. I've heard of that, Finger Lakes. Hour away from Carl. They're only an hour away from Dinah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, actually, Twin Rivers. They're not that far from us, really.
No.
Because my cousin.
They're more
cousin
of
Mick,
the central.
Yeah, cousin Mick
Tennessee.
was in Parsons and Marlins, and he goes to Parsons once in a while. So they're not that far from us. That could be a good weekend trip to go see them.
Mm-hmm.
I got Marlon's number. All I got to do is call him up. I'm sure he would be very welcoming. But I don't know when their babies do. I don't want to get in the middle of that.
Is it December?
It might be.
I can't remember now.
I don't want to, knock on his door. Hey, I got to get to the hospital or something.
Yeah.
I have delivered a couple of babies, but I don't want to have to do it again.
No.
It wasn't fun.
Yeah, one of these days when Ted gets retired, we plan to just kind of travel and see the country. My dad always, he was a logger. His dad was a logger, and his dad was a logger. So I kind of ranked that. I was a girl instead of a boy. But anyways, he always wanted to go out and see the redwoods. So I plan to do that.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
So
yeah,
we'll see
like
Black Hills, South Dakota, and Grand Canyon, and
I messed up. I've always said I wanted to grind a palm tree. My stump grinding business. I've always wanted to grind a palm tree, and we were down in where the heck is that? A couple years ago.
Oh, we went down to Perdido Key.
Yeah,
Florida.
What's the other name for it?
Gulf Shores.
Gulf Shores. There you go. And we went out on this deal. I don't know. I can't. I got ADHD like everybody else, I think. And we were actually coming back. I was like, oh, that guy's grinding a stump. It looked like a palm tree. I thought, man, I ought to stop and talk to him. But yeah, we didn't. So whatever. I don't know.
They don't look like they'd be much fun to grind.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Yeah, I like to grind a palm tree stump. But yeah, it's it's gonna definitely be on our list to get east.
Oh yeah,
that's for sure.
We'll have to plan a route and hit so many and everything. Just going out there in the fall, we might get snowed in.
Yeah, and like I said, we might try to. I got plenty of vacation days. It's just the whole. I'm not a big flying guy. I don't like to fly, and I just don't like to. Like I've always said too, we're 8 hours from, or 7-8 hours from everywhere. It seems like. So Michigan at Dinah Days maybe next year wouldn't be out of the question. That might happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. Depending on gas and time off, really. Mid-November. Yeah, it's snowed here in Southern Illinois on Halloween before.
Yeah, when it's been several years.
Yeah. Typically, well, we've had our first shotgun deer season is always the weekend before Thanksgiving. And we've had snows.
Yes, Mike, we are.
Yeah, we'll be at Bunyan. We'll be there Thursday afternoon, early evening, probably. Depending if I can get Sherry out of bed and get going. I'm just kidding.
Whatever.
But yeah, we will be there. We'll be there Thursday afternoon. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be here quick.
Yeah.
And like Carl said, let's get together and have some supper somewhere or something. And then,
yeah, for anybody that's going in, we're going to be there Thursday evening. We can all meet up at the Cracker Barrel, have supper together.
I have no problem doing that at all. We actually met up with Brent from around the yard last year, and we went to supper together. We was just there at the motel and says, hey, you guys want to go to supper? Sure. 10 minutes from the fact of Lucky. That'd be cool. A lot cheaper that way.
Yeah.
Low 36.
Oh, Colleen, I suffer from ragweed. My eyes, I just want to pluck my eyelashes out. And that starts about mid-August, and it doesn't stop till the first killing frost, and that's usually in October. And right now, the drugstore is out of my over-the-counter stuff that stops the itching. It only lasts for 4 hours, but...
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Jason. But there's a Denny's there close, and there's a steakhouse. I can tell you what the name of it is. I thought it was a Texas Roadhouse, but I was wrong.
No, it's like the Bear's Den or something like that.
It's a steakhouse.
And it's on that 2-lane that comes back from the fairgrounds.
Me being a big guy, I like my steak and taters.
Was you going to show Jason your?
Yeah, Jason. I'd like to show you something here real quick because I know you're the deer slayer, I guess. And I don't know how big of stuff you guys got down there as far as bucks, but I was telling Sherry, I said, you know what? I'd like to show Jason. I'd like to show Jason how we grow them in Southern Illinois. So what I'm gonna do is I don't want to get dinged or anything. I don't know if we will from YouTube, but they say stuff about
this is a European mount. If you know what that is, so
a European mount. So I'm going to cover up the skull, Jason.
Just grab one of my
and I'll show you how we grow them in Southern Illinois. So hang on just a second.
Well, we do a little bit of both, Jason. It has to be bigger than what we have, but we're not afraid to take a doe if we want the meat, and we do eat the meat on the bucks too. So Rick's Outdoors, thanks for joining us. So, but yeah, this one here, don't let him kid you. I called him one morning because I got sent to a car deer accident. So just cover the bottom part, hun. There you go. And this is what the guy shot. This was less than a mile from our house.
Yeah.
So if you can get it all filmed, here. Back up just a little bit. There you go.
Jason, that's how we grow.
That's a river bottom buck here
in Southern Illinois. And you can see over here, I got to figure, I don't know how Todd does that with his cameras. But right over here, where's it at?
The drop tine.
Over here is a little drop tine coming down. I have no idea what this thing scored.
Yeah.
I have no idea. But this is how we grow.
Bill, thanks for joining us.
This is how we grow them in my area. This is a mile from our house. And it was, I think if I remember right, it was a Ford Focus or something that got that.
Yeah, and the guy actually drove the car away, which was unbelievable. So, are you getting some cooler weather down there, Rick? Yeah, that one was taken by a car.
Yeah,
over my career, I saw a lot of those like that. But that guy didn't want it, so we were able to take it, and we did get some of the meat out of it. It was not a total waste.
Yeah, I got one of the taxidermists now that I got last bow season and on Columbus Day last year. And then I don't know if it's his dad or brother on the wall in there. I'm not sure, but that was my first big bow kill. The one I got in here on my wall now.
22.
In 22. And Sherry gave me a lot of flack for it, but I shoot a crossbow, and
Brandon, yes.
Yeah, last year's, and our taxidermist used to be my boss, and he's extremely busy, and he's working on it now, so I might have it back by deer season. I don't know, but that
usually around here it's like a year. He only takes in so many that he can do in a year. So,
but we Sherry gave me crap on that one. That was my first significant big bow kill, and that was a 63-yard shot, and I took it down. But the bad part was
he didn't
bleed.
We didn't have a blood trail,
and we had to call in a bloodhound to find it. But he found it
15 minutes after the dog hit the trail.
Yeah, amazing to watch a bloodhound track a deer. That's unbelievable.
Yes, Rick, we will be at Bunyan. We're going in. Yep. We'll be there the night of the 2nd, and then we're going to leave and head home sometime on Saturday.
Yep, we'll be there. Yeah, it's about a year turnaround on deer around here.
Yeah,
it is. It's about a year to taxidermist typically. So, but yeah, he's done a bunch of stuff. He's got my turkey there too.
Rick and Donita's going to be there. Great.
Be there. Awesome. Good deal. We're gonna stay Saturday for a while. I'd like to see Russ and TKP with
axe
splitting war there they got going. I'd like to see that, and we might head back and see how far we can make it. If we can make it to Indianapolis or something, we might try that. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I want to watch that. I want to see Russ and Alan do that. That's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, Jason, we're going up Thursday too. So
yeah, we'll be there Thursday afternoon sometime. It's about 8 hours for us?
Yeah.
Roughly. And Jason, us old guys, I got to stop and tinkle once in a while. Thank God there's rest areas and gas stations along the way. Old Ted here. Yeah, you got to stop once in a while.
8, 9 for you too?
Yeah, it's about 8 hours from us.
We don't get in too big a hurry.
No, not too bad. Yeah, talking about going to Tennessee. Yeah, Marlin's not that far, really. I mean, we could do that in one night, weekend, and come back. Mm-hmm. He is, I'm sure, very welcoming to go meet with. Met him at Hoosier.
Well, it's 4 hours to Nashville. So from here.
But you whip off there. I don't even have to look at the map, but because he's not far from Parsons, and you go through Paducah and then get off on some other route to go that way. And
it's called South Central Illinois. We are right off of Interstate 70, straight east of St. Louis.
Yeah, we're 60 miles straight east of St. Louis on I-70. Our wood yard where we live is about 5 miles off the interstate.
Yeah.
Something like that. Said take 40 tomorrow. Probably
so.
Yeah. Yep, I'm sure. I'm going to hit. I got Marlon's number. He gave it to me at Hoosier, so I might hit him up one of these. Aren't they all 41?
It could be.
It could be.
We haven't actually got a map and looked to see exactly where they're at. They have 2 different wood yards, so.
But yeah, Rick, we're straight east of St. Louis. We're 60 miles. Our exit there on 70 is 61, so we're 61 miles from the state line. And we don't go to St. Louis much. It's a dangerous place. It really is. Used to go to the ball games and stuff of a night. You didn't have nothing to worry about. Go to the Cardinal games. Man, anymore. You go in the daytime. We go out in West County. It's safe out there. Bass Pro and all that stuff. Our Vermeer dealers out that way. And then we come back through, in April there, we come back through and hit up Norm at Widman's. And I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of a shady place where he's at, but daytime, it's not that big a deal, but don't hit St. Louis a whole lot anymore. 120 North St. Louis. So you're in Missouri then, I'm assuming, right, Bill? I'm thinking probably. But yeah, it's 3.5 to Paducah. Barry, I know where Barry's at. I was just there not too awful long ago. We go up there to Barry, or just around Barry, to Co-Equipment. You ever heard of Co-Equipment? That's where our vac truck come from. At work is from Co-Equipment up there near Springfield. But yeah, good guys there to deal with. We got a tandem axle sewer vac machine that we got from them. And they're near Barry, if it's the same Barry I'm thinking. But yeah, it's we're an hour from St. Louis, 3.5 to Paducah, 5 to Nashville, roughly 8 to Pigeon Forge.
It's only 4 to Nashville.
Must be when you're driving.
Yeah. I don't mess around.
But yeah, Bunyan's coming. We're splitting the white oak, getting ready to split white oak. We're getting ready to cut white oak, splitting red oak, and
ash.
Trying
to build the Dynapile. Or the
stumps are getting busy again off of 72.
Yeah, he's up there a little ways.
Must be a different place then.
It's interesting
because Co-Equipment, when I thought was Barry, is right there off of Route 29. North of Taylorville, just a little bit. And maybe there's 2 different Barrys. I don't know. Yeah, we got some free. Some was storm damage and some was taken down before it become storm damage.
Yeah, it was dying.
Right. I mean, just right next door to us. 38 east of Quincy. Okay.
Well, he's up there pretty good ways.
Okay, you're up there pretty good ways. It's right next door, and we can't hardly turn it down. It's family too. On top of that, and they have no means or equipment or nothing, and these are huge oak trees.
Yeah, Rick, whenever we dumped that load of the rounds that we cut off the tree, I thought of you and Don.
Yeah, I mean, they're freaking huge.
Thought Rick's going to be jealous.
And typically that's the way they are around here. I mean, we just got huge oak trees.
I remember that tree back when I was a little kid, just riding a bicycle there, in the same way with those white oaks over there and stuff.
Yeah, it's huge.
Hi, Jim. Thanks for joining us. You haven't missed much.
Yeah, I haven't missed much. We're just talking Firewood and Bunyan.
Who's going meeting up for supper on Thursday night?
Did you steal
your what? Ain't got nothing.
Where'd it go?
What are you looking for?
You know what I'm looking for.
It's under your phone.
Oh, it's under my phone.
You could hide your own Easter eggs. I swear.
I thought you hid it from me.
No, I did not hide it from you.
I tell you, it's ADHD or whatever. Wow. Yeah, Timon OE already.
What day are you coming, Timon?
Yeah, the fortunate thing with our oaks, Rick, our bad storms come through and we didn't have a canopy yet. There was no leaves and stuff on, so that saved a bunch of big trees, a bunch of them.
You'll be there Saturday, okay?
And yeah, they hadn't leafed out or nothing yet. And that first big storm with the hail and the tornadoes and all that, thankfully there was nothing on them yet, and that saved a bunch of trees right there, in my opinion.
That one white oak over there, it had some root rot, and I think it was a clear day when it came down.
Yeah, it was just out of the blue. There was nothing going on. It fell. Yeah. Because I remember when Logan said, "Did you hear that? Or did you know that fell?" I'm like, "No, the wind wasn't even."
You were at work. I was out on the porch and I heard it. I got on the 4-wheeler and I started kind of checking the property to see where it was.
Unbelievable.
I went down the lane to the mailbox, and from there I was able to look at my cousin's place, and I seen part of it in the road. So I went down there then.
Yeah, it's huge, and we'll have some videos of it, I'm sure.
I don't know. It might be huge. Bigger than the butt cut. Might be bigger than that red oak at 52. Well, it's got to be in that place, because I remember those trees being huge as I grew up, because I grew up right across from those two white oaks.
But local logger took some of it.
He took 3 logs.
Took 3 logs of it.
And left the rest.
But
really, you've had that houses hit? Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, we had the hailstorm and the tornadoes and all that stuff March the 19th. And then other than the inches and inches of rain from then on, May and June, we dodged some really big bullets, and people north and south of us both had bad storms.
Yeah.
And it was unbelievable rain we had.
Huh. I tell you what, Brandon, my dad passed away in November of 2018. In 2019, that spring, not one of our ash trees leafed out. So we still have some standing dead.
Yeah.
And whenever we get ready and have the time and it's dry enough in the bottom that we can get to them, we will go down and knock one down and drag it up here to the house and cut it up. So we just don't have the ash trees falling over unless you knock them over.
There's a few around town. They're in town that are still okay, but nothing. It's sad because, man,
Broken Old Swede, where are you at? We haven't had rain since late July of any significance.
We are hurting for rain bad, and the crops. Well, the crops that didn't get flooded back whenever we had all that rain, they're hurting now. I mean, the good crops are hurting. They really need a rain now, but we have 0 rain in sight, none. The next 15 days. We haven't had any significant rain since around the 4th of July, maybe. I don't even remember when all that came. Ash. I've got several cord of ash that I bought standing dead 2 years ago from a logger, and it's been the good thing I did was got it up off the ground, and it's stored, and it's making really good looking ash wood. It's unbelievably nice.
Yeah, storing it up off the ground is good. So,
hey, Dale.
Hi, Dale. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, good to see you, Dale.
He needs rain too.
Yeah, this has been a crazy year, and if anybody watches any of our stump videos,
dust,
unbelievable dust. And it's nasty. And I'm on my 2nd air filter. I change everything 50 hours as far as oil, and I'm on my 2nd air filter on my stump grinder. It's just that stinking dry. But yeah, we're needing rain and cooler weather. If anything,
we've got some for a little bit, but I know it can still be pretty warm here in September.
Yeah. Yeah, we're looking forward to Bunyan. and full firewood. 3 or 4 stump jobs I got coming up, but it's almost full-fledged firewood season coming. And the way it's been going, it's going to be one of our better years of firewood. That's for sure. I don't know about bulk sales, where it's going. Typically our bulk is
it's
later Christmas time to into February.
We have a customer coming, a repeat customer coming Saturday morning.
Yeah. And
they come every year.
Yep.
Dale, you going too?
Yep. Dale's going to be there.
Yep.
Good deal. Yeah, seen the deer plots. We put out a deer plot. We got some hunting property south of us, just a few miles, that we bought with a friend. And because we haven't any rain was a part of it, but
they were calling for
rain. We're calling for rain. It's a perfect time. I'm going to mow everything down. We got an old food plot, and I just rake some dirt around or take up the grass with my bucket, and then we just broadcast this stuff we buy at the Walmart or box store or whatever. Actual deer plot stuff. Kind of rake it around a little bit, and it usually takes right off with the rain, this and that. Well, we put a cell camera on one of our plots, and we spread that out. I'm thinking, all right, we get a little rain on this, it's going to be good to go. And the first picture I had was about 15 turkeys in there picking all my seed out of my food plot. So
thanks for stopping by, Jack.
Yeah, thanks, Jack. Appreciate it. There went all my seed. About 2 days later, a bunch of wild turkeys picking my seed out of my food plot.
Yeah.
Yeah, 40 acres. Yeah, that'd be nice. But yeah, we just got we got 25 acres of good timber to hunt on with another 25 here at home. But we've got it's maybe a little 3-acre patch that wasn't totally 3 acres of food plot, but it's been growed up and stuff. But what I do, I just mow it down real low, take my bucket of my tractor, scrape around a little bit, broadcast the seed out, rake it a little bit, hope for a rain, and it's done really good for us.
Yeah, it has in the past.
But until the turkeys come by, there went my seed. But yeah, we've got 300. Ooh. We're at we got some good prime hunting ground. Really, we're lucky there.
Yeah.
Dale's going to be at Bunyan Friday.
Okay, we will see you.
We'll look you up, Dale. We're going to be there Thursday afternoon and probably stay till, like I said, Saturday. I'd like to see Russ and Alan do their splitting challenge thing. I think that's going to be cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to watch that, and we will probably Saturday afternoon head home after that. And we're going to check out Split Fire for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Our buddies Bob and Chris at Wolf Ridge will be there a little bit, talking to them. Dinah, we always stop by Dinah and talk to them. That's kind of our 3 main stops this year.
Well, to get your change from that.
Yeah, and I'll get some change from that guy. They treat me real good on that,
It's going to be interesting, Jason.
Oh, man, I don't know.
I think it's going to be pretty close.
Yeah, TKP is pretty slick, and Russ. I'm not saying I didn't say nothing bad about Russ, because I know he's a hard hitter on it, but I don't know. I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say who I'm going to pick. We'll just keep it there. I don't know. That's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Russ is driven. That's for sure. $1 on Russ. I got $1. I'll give it 2. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to say, because they're both good guys. I don't want to, particular to either one of them. But
I think it'll be a close match. I think
that's going to be a fun one to watch, though.
It's going to depend on the wood. If they get equal wood, like that one he had there in Hickory, Russ had, when that axe bounced off of that, I'm thinking, but he didn't give up. He wound up rolling it over, and he took her down, but it took him longer. So, yeah.
Yeah. TKP, I watch him a lot on TikTok, and he's used to have, I haven't seen it for a while. Used to have a live I think about every morning for a while, and got to know him through social media there, and met him at Hoosier 2 years in a row. And last year, he was very kind to let me do a short with him. And, his big thing, that's a big Indiana boom baby. And then a buddy of mine, or a mentor of mine, my old fire chief, he seen that on Facebook, and he says, that's that guy on TikTok and YouTube and this and that. And I said, what are you talking about? He says, that guy, big boom. And I said, oh, Alan? He goes, you actually know him? Yeah. This is Alan to us guys, and he just couldn't believe it. That's kind of like with TKP, my very first Bunyan we had no channel, had no desire of making a channel or anything. And my first guy I seen was Dick from Old Guy Firewood. And I told Sherry, I said, hey, that's Old Guy Firewood. And she's like, who? And I said, Old Guy Firewood. I don't have no idea what his name was at that time. And I said, well, I'm going to go talk to him, So went up there, hit him, and I said, hey, are you Old Guy Firewood? He goes, well, yes, I am. And I said, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, and you are a celebrity as far as I'm concerned. I said, President of the United States. I'm more excited of meeting you than I would ever be him. Whoever the president is, doesn't matter. He goes, oh, I ain't no celebrity, and this and that. And he did an interview with me, and that made me feel so good. Dick was my first YouTube celebrity.
Yeah, and that was long before we ever started our
channel.
Before
we ever started. And he have you got a channel? You need to get one. I'm like, oh, man, I don't know. But, well, here we are about 3 years later. Here we are. But, yeah, Dick was my inspiration and my first YouTube celebrity. And then after that, after I spotted Dick, it's kind of like hunting mushrooms. Once I see one, then I start seeing everybody. Well, that's, Andrew Easton, or that. Oh, there's Chris Wolf. It's weird. Joe, Ohio Woodburner. It's just like I was in a bunch of celebrities. To me, and it still is. And then a couple of years later, I'm sitting there eating breakfast with Dick at the motel, and here comes Jeff and Jack and everybody, and it's just like it was better than meeting a movie star. It really was.
Yeah. And doing these lives, it's like sitting on the front porch talking to all of our friends or family.
Yeah, and that's just like I've told people this that have no idea about the Woodhound community or anything. I said, I can guarantee you, when I met Rick and Donetta at Joe's, mm-hmm. I can guarantee you, like Jason, Yadkin Valley. We've never met, we've never shook hands or anything, but as soon as I see Jason, I'm going to know it's him.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be just like we've been friends for 30 years.
Yeah,
it's just unbelievable. And I've been a firefighter for 30 years. We were both in law enforcement, EMS. I'm a Shriner. I'm in the Masonic Lodge. I'm a Shriner, and there's brotherhood, and it's a different type of brotherhood. The police, fire, EMS, Shriners, that type of thing. It's a different type of brotherhood. But I am genuine when I say it. There's no other brotherhood or no other family-oriented whatever than Woodhounds. It's just, there's none. There's none. I can't explain it. After 9/11 and all that, and the New York firefighters and all them guys that lost their lives, and the brotherhood, yes, definitely. But it's a different type. I can meet a fireman from New York City, and we'll meet and how you doing, but he's not on YouTube, and he doesn't, we don't go to trade shows together and eat breakfast together and stuff. But I've never met some of these, some of you, but I it's like I've known you. Yeah. It's unbelievable, the brotherhood in it and family, everything. It's neat. It's just a neat, and people ask me, you've split wood on YouTube? Yeah. You wouldn't believe the people that did. I didn't believe it. And I think the first
Brandon, you're part of the family too.
Heck yeah.
You don't have to be on YouTube.
No, you don't have to be on YouTube. Not at all. Not at all. It's just like I emailed Dan back 40 a couple of years ago. I said, "Hey, is it okay if we come to your live, actually live,
there at the Bunyan show,
and not at Bunyan, and not have a channel?" You know what his response was? "What are you, crazy? Of course you can be there." And that was hooked. When I went to saw him doing that live at the Fairfield Inn, I was hooked. And I told Sherry, I said, we've got to get a channel going. And I never thought I'd ever have more than 10 subscribers, and it probably all Woodhounds. And then next thing I know, I'm happy with what we got. We're over 1,500. Perfect. That's where I want to be. I'm happy with that.
Rick's Outdoors, you're exactly right. It's real.
Yeah, real conversation. Yep. That's just like, I'm going to be honest with Jim. I'm flat honest, and we've met. Great guy, wonderful, wonderful guy, and I'd like to know what he's forgot about logging and that type of thing.
I'd like to have the knowledge he's forgotten.
When Jim first started coming on our channel and commenting, I'm like, who is this guy? I'm like, man, but the thing about it is, when I finally met him and reading his comments, I'd never met him in my life, never seen him until we saw him at Hoosier. Still didn't know him. And we're sitting down. I think me and Dale were there, and Sherry and a couple others, and Jim sat down there and he says, "Yeah," I said, "I'm Jim. Nice to meet you. I go James, Jim, whatever." So he says, "You probably seen me on YouTube." He said, "I'm Iffy Kid," and I went,
"You're Iffy Kid?
Oh, dang. Wow." And then it's like, this guy's cool. Same thing with Timon. Timon, he's not, but he is. Everybody knows Timon. And I'll never forget. Last year? Yeah, last year at Bunyan. I'm pretty sure Timon was there at the Fairfield, and Premier Iowa. Oh, Texas name. I'm sorry. Anyway, Jay, yeah, Premier Iowa Chief Surgeon. That's Timon. Timon, you're famous. And I'm like, exactly, he is. And Timon is famous. He's doesn't have a channel. Doesn't have to have a channel, but everybody knows Timon. And once you know Timon, yeah, that's pretty cool. He's a good guy, man.
Yeah.
And Dale, I can't say enough about Dale. And there's Brian. There's another one.
Brian, thanks for stopping by.
Dale reminds me a lot of my dad a little bit. I know we're probably not too far apart in age. Man, my dad would take stuff and build it, fix it, get it going. Unbelievable what my dad could do. High school education. He went all for 12 years of high school. But if you knew my dad, you'd think, what kind of a guy is this? My dad was an old farmer, is what he was. Farmer and a school bus driver, and a halfway politician. But you'd never known it by meeting him. And my dad was smart enough with very little training. I could about guarantee you he could talk a space shuttle down. He was that smart. I didn't get as smart. My sister did, but I didn't.
Look who's in the house.
Oh, there he is. Speak of him, and he shows up.
Russ.
Russ, buddy, we've been talking about you. we got some things going here on we're less than a month. You know that. From Bunyan. And
there's people betting on you.
People, we got some wagers going. I'm not saying either way between you and Alan, but there's some wagers going on you. So we are gonna stay for that for sure Saturday. And yeah, Jen been doing your push-ups. I think that's going to be pretty cool. That's going to be epic. It really is.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a neat time to see them two go head to head. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I've got $60,000-$70,000 worth of firewood equipment. I ain't running the wax. I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
I can't even. I was trying to split a piece for demonstration purposes, and I couldn't even hold it, and I'll chop my foot off. I see. That's where I've met Jenin a couple of times.
Yep.
And I think Jenin can. I think he can poke you a little bit. He's that kind of like you see Jenin and then you don't see him and then you don't. Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. Be there. Yeah, Russ will be there all weekend. Yeah, that's going to be neat. The whole TKP and Russ.
Yeah,
that's good fun right there.
Yep.
Good fun.
It's kind of like the fairs. You had, your country boys that my chainsaw's better than your chainsaw. Yeah. I can file better than you. My saw is going to be faster.
My International M will outpull your John Deere B or whatever. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be a good one.
They're using equal equipment. They're both Fisker axes.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're about the same weight as far as the axe goes, but I don't know. Will TKP have an advantage being slightly taller or not?
I don't know.
I seen Russ splitting there at Hickory, and he was up on his tippy toes putting it to it. So I don't know. It's going to be close.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. I don't know. That might be a thing of kind of like a baby reveal. Everybody reveal who they're going to their pick of wear a Russ shirt or a TKP shirt to that event.
Good night, Dale. Hey, Dale. Thanks for stopping by and chatting with us.
Yeah, we appreciate it, Dale. And we're looking forward to seeing you in Cambridge. But yeah, that's going to be a good one. Russ and Alan, it's going to be cool.
So this accuracy thing, when did that start? Is that something that has changed? We got a split for accuracy now?
Yeah, that may be tough too.
Yeah.
That could be a tough deal. It could, but I'm looking forward to that.
That's it's going to be a show.
Yep, it's going to be a show.
Or should we say a showdown?
Showdown, yeah. Showdown at Bunyan.
It was a hidden twist, but your game. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to say either way. 2-cylinder John Deere. Ooh, bus. Yeah, I got a 39B. I got a 1939 John Deere B. My dad. We had several tractors over the years. We went to antique tractor shows and parades and some competitions and stuff with our tractors, but I still got my dad's 39B. He was pretty much a deathbed confession to don't ever get rid of that. And I feel bad because I've got the darn thing tore down. It's got a problem with the gas fuel tank. One of these days, that thing will be able to fire off, no problems, and get it running. So,
Jenin, you're right. The people watching are going to get a whole lot of enjoyment out of that.
Yeah, it's going to be good. That's going to be great. Yeah, I got my John Deere B with a buzzsaw. Well, my dad had a buzzsaw, and I said, "Dad,
hi, Brianna. Thanks for joining us."
Yeah, my dad had a buzzsaw. I said, "Dad, we are not hooking that. You're not a logger. You're not a sawmill operator." He had one. But I said, we are not hooking that thing. Somebody will get killed with that thing. But yeah, I still got my dad's old B, 39B. I had a 35 F12.
Rick's got a question about one of the bottles behind us.
Glass full vinegar bottle. Well, no.
Which one is it, Rick? Which one are you talking about up there?
Some of this stuff, a couple of the pieces are depression glass.
Yeah, I've got a pink depression gas pitcher on one end.
That's a measuring cup.
Yeah, that's some kind of a measuring cup. We got 2 little milk bottles.
I like dairy bottles, and this is Miller.
It's kind of hard to see.
What the heck does it say?
Dairy Farm.
Miller's Finer Dairy Products. So I got that in an antique store somewhere. That's just a couple old milk bottles. I like that kind of stuff. I got too much of it, but I kind of like that stuff. We do have a neat bottle somewhere. It's an Anheuser-Busch maple syrup bottle that your sister found in a junk pile.
I'm not sure what I did with that.
We still got it somewhere.
Yeah,
that's kind of a neat.
Maybe in the spare
room. Anheuser-Busch maple syrup. Yeah, Brianna, that's the name of the game. Being safe. Been lucky to never really get hurt too bad doing firewood and stumps and whatever. Little milk bottle looks cool.
Opposite of the measuring cup. Yeah.
Opposite of the measuring cup. So, yeah. Well,
this one there, that's pink depression.
Yeah, that's just like a pink depression glass.
Yeah.
Rick.
I don't know if you can see.
My mom and dad
were flowering design on it.
Always into antiques and depression glass and stuff. I just kind of got that. Thing with that too. They always drug me to antique stores, and my dad loved auctions. I mean, we've been to auctions all over the place, and some of that stuff. If you've ever been to an auction, you get something good for $1 in a box somewhere. I kind of got hooked on it at a very young age, and I kind of kept that and introduced Sherry to some of that stuff, and some of it we bought and we just really need to get rid of. But it's not the depression type stuff. There is not worth a whole lot right now.
No, you can't even give it away.
Can't even hardly give it away in our area, anyways. But I kind of got that bred into me a little bit, like that old antique stuff and everything. And it's all a go for Bunyan. Awesome,
sweet.
But yeah, I'd stop at every antique store between here and Bunyan if I could. I just don't have the time to do that. And I don't need half the stuff I don't need.
Yeah, I started out a long time ago, Coca-Cola stuff.
Pottery, yep.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that.
Yeah.
Sell for big bucks. I don't know that we have any of that. I never
probably might have
that.
Somewhere. My mom was.
Yeah.
Probably got some piece somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was bred into me. The antiques and the tractors, antique stuff, your heritage type thing. I mean, we've got the Farm Heritage Museum just the next town over, and that is some neat stuff they have there. All kinds of tractor shows, tractor antique pulls, steam engines. Yeah, as far as the tractor goes, I've been in the teeter-totter competitions, slow race. He would finish his last wins. I've played antique tractor soccer. It's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen that.
I've done. I did get on actually an antique tractor square dance one time. That's different. You be careful, you run into somebody, but it's kind of neat. We've done that before. I've done all kinds of neat stuff with tractors. My dad's turned a couple over. Never had to do that, but yeah, me and my dad got into some tricky situations.
Well, we are an hour and 18 minutes in there, but we still have 22 people in here.
Big time overtime. We like to stay on an hour, but we went over a little bit. That's okay. That's fine. We appreciate everybody. Like I said, I've said it 100 times tonight. We are looking forward to Bunyan.
Yeah.
Meeting everybody, ones we have, old ones, and ones we haven't met, and going to look some things over and see what we can spend some money on next. And
Bill, that's a good thing to collect too. Cast iron. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of cast iron, there's a place in town. It's their whole wall of their garage is nothing but cast iron pans. Unbelievable. Excuse me. But yeah, everybody have a safe trip out to Bunyan, whether you're driving, flying, whatever. we will be there Thursday afternoon, and our first Thursday of the month live that we've been having here, it ends up that Thursday night of Bunyan. I don't think we'll do that. I just don't want to take away from anybody else and coming in and, you know, getting settled and that type of thing. And maybe we can all meet, like Carl said earlier. Some of us meet for supper somewhere, and chew the fat and get ready to head out there to the fairgrounds the next morning and just have a good time on Thursday night as well, because Friday night's a party, that's for sure. And I think we'll do our live after Bunyan, and we can talk about that and what everybody saw and didn't see, and talk about everybody. I'm sure everybody will be videoing and everything. So, but yeah, we'll be there. Willie's bringing
he's going to have
Russ
Kevin,
bringing
the
whole family,
Amber, and himself.
Be there in spirit. Well, Bill, we'll bring you some videos, buddy. We surely will. Yeah, we will. Definitely be a lot of videos out. And also, is it next weekend is Hope? Is that correct? Yeah.
Russ wanted to know who was going to Hope.
If anybody going to Hope, chime in here a little bit. I know there's 20 watching. Maybe somebody will be going to Hope. I'm at some point.
It's too far for us.
At some point, I'm going to get to Hope. I'm going to get to Boonville.
Good night, Rick. Thanks for joining in.
Yeah, I'm going to do all that at some point. It's just we're trying to do a couple of 2 or 3 trips a year and kind of synchronize them a little bit, one year, one the next. Hoosier's easy because it's not that far.
We're going to try and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Got a wedding to go to, but then we're going to try and see a couple of woodhounds.
Yeah, we're going to try to make it on down into the old North Carolina, possibly, hopefully.
Yeah.
So anyway, everybody, appreciate you guys chiming in tonight and commenting. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Safe travels to Bunyan, and I'm hoping everybody has that for sure. We hope we have good weather, and we'll probably see a lot of people tomorrow night. I'm sure Dan's going to mention it tomorrow night. Less than 30 days from Bunyan. And,
hi, sis.
Yeah, there's Connie. And so hopefully everybody's safe travels. We will see everybody probably tomorrow night, and probably have Russ on Sunday night, and just like normal, and we will meet in person at Bunyan. So anyway, thanks everyone. We appreciate everybody. We'll sign off here and give everybody a nice evening not listening to us. So anyway,
good night, everybody.
Everyone, keep grinding, keep splitting. We'll see you at Bunyan. Have a great evening, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye.